Dragon Age 2 was rated M for mature by the ESRB and contains blood and gore, language, sexual content, and violence. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone, my name is Amaronith and I play games for the internet, and today we're playing Dragon Age 2. Last time we rescued Fainriel and the Viscount's son Seamus. Well, rescuing might not really be the exact term for what we did with Seamus. We rescued him from the Winters, at least. This time...
Another friend we haven't met?
This time we're going to do that blackpowder promise, which means fighting a bunch of Qunari Tal-Vashoth.
No further, human. Tal-Vashoth control these passages.
Ambushes are usually quieter, Qunari.
I did not intend to ambush. I expected to warn a caravan, but you are not helpless. The path ahead is littered with my kind. If you are as skilled as you look, it would please me if you killed them.
Right.
And I should trust you?
I have no history of betraying your people, only my own. I did not like my role, so I left the Qun. I do not wish to be a murdering thief, so I left these Tal-Vashoth to warn their victims. You are no victim, so now I will leave.
I don't really believe you.
What's the trick, Tal-Vashoth?
The path ahead is thick with my kind. They revel in chaos, and will give you the battle you appear to want. If telling you that is a trick, it is a poor one. I am new to decisions outside my role, human. I have decided to warn you. Do what you will.
Charming as always.
I mean, that just goes to show everything's so complicated. Oh, wait, let's go this way. Is there anything? No. Ah, the drunken trumpets are back. Like, is it just me?
Come back here! Let's finish this! Get back!
I mean... Okay. Someone apparently leveled up, outside of the party.
A caravan this deep?
I'll deal with this! How about you? One more for me! We're keeping score, right?
As costs are his
Got you!
I think I got blood on my coat.
Oh. Poor Varric. I'm so sorry, baby. I admit, I wish you could romance Varric in this game. But, you cannot.
Who has come so far? Kill them!
Oh. Okay. Nothing here. Right, that just leaves, so there's nothing here. You know, I do appreciate, like, yes, there's a lot of reusing of, like, areas and such. Like, this is the same caves that are up in Sundermount. But they really make it work. As far as I am concerned.
Let's finish this! This goes on too long! Finish it!
Take this!
Let's finish this! Go! I don't like the looks of this.
Ah, god damn it. That's my own fault. Right, that's the way we came in. I get so easily turned around. I don't know. Raw lyrium. Raw lyrium should be blue. Right? That's fine. I'm sure it's just a color issue. And there's silverite.
No one has come so far. We will not die.
Are you sure about that?
This goes on too long. Finish it.
Bianca, you minx! That was beautiful!
It's too much!
What?
Not today, Hawk. Not.
I think Barrick's down!
Done. For better or not.
Please learn to
The dwarf will be at the compound.
innards. Ouch.
Ow. Ugh. That would have been useful to have. Oh, pretty. Maybe that's a little silly. Should be distracted by the prettiness of the roof of a cave. No. You know, there's an achievement for having made it to Act 2 or all the way through Act 1 without anybody going down. Oh, well. I suppose I could, you know, restart the entire episode over. But I'm not really going for a super lot of the achievements. Magistrate's orders. The bone pit. Let's go tell her about the Dalish. Anyway. You.
Greetings, Sarah. You look like a man who'd be interested in the finest Antivan steel to grace his hand. I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
I'll take a look.
Lucky you came early, my friend.
Nope. But you know what? Sell all my junk. Oh well. There's the Chantry bells.
Your son decided he'd rather be an elf than a Templar prisoner. He joined the Dalish.
What? But he is human. They did not even wish me to raise him among them. But they do value magic more than the men of Kirkwall. Perhaps he can have both safety and freedom. As I said, I have little money. But this is a Dalish ring that has been in my family for generations. Please accept it with my thanks.
You know what? Let's go to Meryl's home. Ruined silverite ring. That's the Dalish ring that we got. Back, level up. All right. Whoops. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. Ability points. Okay, Bethany. Since Bethany is going to be definitely coming with us. Winter Fugitive. Lyrium Ghost. Okay. Attributes. Okay. Yeah, I want to continue. I want to look at my journal. Okay. Go to the Qunari, mark as active quest. Go to the Qunari compound. And who we need for that... Take Meryl too. Okay. Oh! Let's do this, and then we'll go... Well, technically, we'll go to Gamlen's house. And then we'll go. Pick up our mail.
Your servant. There's a letter for you on the desk.
I'd certainly pay you if you were.
So, what? Are you here to gloat? Gamlen's the idiot again. Gamlen's the fool who can't hold his money when it's given in a bloody silver basket. I tried, you know, when Leandra left. But no one was ever going to live up to her.
Tell me about Mother.
What was she like? As a girl?
We're only a year apart. But that was time enough for Leandra to get our parents wrapped firmly around her little finger. They showed her off at every opportunity. The beauty, the scholar, the light of their lives. As far as they were concerned, they should have stopped there.
How did you lose the money?
I've seen the nobles in this town. Your parents must have had a fortune. Where did it all go?
Well, it's not like I stood at the side of the wharf and hurled it over. I tried to invest it. I got some good tips on trade in Qunari cheeses. And, you know, a man's got needs. I'm not denying I spent more on myself than I should have, but I figured it'd all work out.
You figured it'd work out.
So, the best way to make Daddy love you was to steal his money?
I changed their filthy sheets and wiped their chins through 2 bouts of the cholera, and the last word Father said was... Leandra. I'm not looking for love, but at least I got the money.
And here I was, just about to like you.
Oof.
When I told your grandmother I was marrying your father, she threatened to disown me. She said my children would be mongrels. My father wanted to lock me in, but she told him it's her life, let her ruin it. I wrote to her when each of you were born. She never wrote back. I'm glad she didn't die hating me.
Can we move to the estate now?
The estate is yours. Why are we still here?
Technically, the house is now property of the Viscount, since its owner died without an heir. If we went there now, we would just be squatters. But if the Viscount acknowledges our rights, we can get back more than the house. We can get back our name.
Grandmother's not worth this.
Your mother's dead. Let it go.
When I was a girl, your grandmother was the young, beautiful, noble mother all my friends wished they had. She might have had a hard time accepting it at first, but she would have loved you, all 3 of you. Carver. He was such a little boy.
Yes.
Never had a knee that wasn't scraped or trousers without holes.
He wouldn't want us moping.
The last thing Carver would want is more crying.
I just keep thinking there's something we could have done. It's killing me. I remember that awful creature reaching down and 18 years of loving and feeding and raising, and that was it.
Glad you're not blaming me.
At least you're past the it's all your fault thing.
I'm sorry, love. I was distraught. I never really believed that. It's just... I miss him. There were 4 of us when the Blight began. It will never be over while there are just 3. I've written to the Viscount. I've an audience for after Bartran's expedition leaves. I couldn't do anything for Carver, but with luck, I could at least give us a home. Oh, right. Mail. There it is.
proud scion of the Hawk family. I dare not contact you directly, but we have met before. I know you to be a person of good character and unusual ability. Indulge me in a meeting outside the city, for I require your aid in a delicate task. As a token of good faith, I have enclosed a modest sum. There will be more waiting if you can help. Please come as soon as you receive this. If you do not, the lives of many innocents may be on my hands. Sincerely, a friend. Huh. Right. Anyway, to the docks.
Why are you watching me like that?
You have Valasleen. The same markings that the Dalish have.
Yours are not made of lyrium.
No, they're made of blood. Our blood. That's what Valasleen means. Blood writing. It's a mark of adulthood.
Mine were carved into my flesh against my will. In a ritual I remember only for the agony it caused me.
I'm so sorry.
You ever wonder if Daenerys deliberately made Fenris's tattoos look like Valasleen as like a mockery of Dalish culture, since he was so fond of mocking other cultures?
Let me pass. I have business with the dwarf Javaris and your Arishok.
The short mouth, yes. Enter if you must, Basra.
That's to be read later.
Ah, my right hand arrives. Summon your Arishok. The bargain is done. About time you showed. I've been here for hours.
Why is your chair so short? That can't be good for your
Ari
knees.
Shokost, Maras Shokra, Anan Isamkun.
Look hewn from an elf? The madness of this place.
What was that about?
Tell me that helped.
We shall see.
Yes, well, that said, I'm here to report that your hated Tal-Vashoth were felled, one and all, right? Yes, they were. So, I'm ready to open negotiations for the explosive powder, as we agreed.
No.
He's not getting it. Make your chatty elf say something.
What about it, Fenris?
Any insight that would help?
Qunari do not abandon a debt. I humbly request clarification from the Arishok.
I have a growing lack of disgust for you. The dwarf imagined the deal for the Gatlock. He invented a task to prove his worth when he has none.
Then we have wrongly inserted ourselves in your affairs. Would you have us kill this dwarf?
Wait, what now?
If you face Tal-Vashoth, he is not worthy of dying to you, as he was not worthy of dying to them. But you keep good company. Let him live, and leave.
One moment. I don't wanna... Promise. Oh, frickin' fress him. Okay. Why doesn't this say? Oh my god, this is the least helpful walkthrough that I've looked up. It's promised future profits.
He had big plans for your recipe. I was supposed to get a piece of that.
Dwarf, did your imaginary bargain make promises on my behalf?
I expected your wisdom to be more profitable.
Then you will pay on my behalf.
It's not at all. Take your coin, take whatever. Hornhead oxmen and mongrel donglords.
Wow.
Suck your own powder and blow your head off. Sod it.
You will leave as well, human. There's no more coin for you here.
We should move on.
Yes. Yes, we should. Actually,
We have a purpose, but when it is done, do we leave Kirkwall like this? Why do you bother me, human? The dwarf paid you. There is no more. Your kind thinks selfishness and want are normal. This city, all of it, leaves a bad taste.
Then why stay?
If you despise this place, why haven't you left?
Since we arrived, I have seen nothing but greed and weakness. Dwarves, humans, elves, just festering. No order, no goal. You are one of the few I have met with any ability. And yet this too was random, a result of selfishness. I cannot fathom how a mire like this can be justified. You say we should leave, but how can you bear to stay in this chaos?
I hope to make it better.
My welcome to the city was not so different from yours.
And yet you suffer it.
It's an opportunity to make a real difference.
Karistan are soldiers. The Qun made it so. They can never vary from that assigned path, never be other than they are meant to be. But they are free to choose within that role, to accept and succeed, or deny and die. Glory is clear and defined. Could not this entire city benefit from that certainty? How else will you know when you have made a real difference?
Is it certainty or slavery?
He's free to choose to obey. That isn't contradictory to you?
He chooses to be, as do we all, long before any of your meaningless freedoms are presented. I am not the one to educate you. I did not intend to land here. But this city may demand certainty. I suspect we are done, human.
What was your mission?
You're a long way from home. Why did you come?
To meet a demand of the Qun.
Which was?
It is a matter only the Qunari understand. We remain until we fulfill the demand of the Qun. Or until the demand changes.
Why not sell the Gatlock?
You guard your powder carefully.
It is a tool that can only be allowed to exist under the ordered authority of the Qun.
It could benefit many people.
It does now. Just as swords benefit warriors, but are not given to children. Well, your children.
You'd impose help on the city.
I don't think Kirkwall would do well under military rule.
The rule of the Qun is not military. It is discipline and order.
How is that different?
To your limited understanding, it is not. You fear soldiers that arrive to remove your pitiable vices. But they do not control Qunari. The Triumvirate divides and governs. One is nothing without the others.
The Triumvirate?
Can you tell me about the other two parts?
No.
Now you're just being difficult.
I am no more equipped to explain than you are to understand. Arishak, Arigena, Arikyun, pillars of the Qunari, of the nation that must be. There is but one way to know these things, human, and I have yet to decide if it must be done.
Did I say you'd impose help on the city? I think so. Tell me of the Tal-Vashoth.
How many Qunari have you lost to the Tal-Vashoth?
None.
Optimistic, considering my death toll.
We lose nothing when weakness abandons the Qun. It is the Tal-Vashoth who have lost themselves.
One of them warned me.
I met an honorable one.
Doubtful.
He said he was a mercenary, not a murderer.
Then I know he made no claim to honor. When they sell themselves, little remains. He is not even dead to the Qun. He is a living insult.
Right. Bye.
Farewell.
Panahedan, human.
So that was enlightening. No one else to talk to. So, okay. What next? Shepherding wolves? Okay. Maybe now that we've spoken to the Qunari. Act of mercy. Oh. I hope I have the right people for this. Or maybe I can pop into the,
Will no one show their goodwill? I can...
Here, miss. Word is you're looking for help. And paying well.
I need someone native to the dark places beneath Lowtown. If you claim as much, yes, I will pay.
I am. Let's just step into
Really?
this alley and me and my fellows can have a look at the money on offer.
She has chosen poorly.
daft lady indeed.
Can you save someone so intent on being foolish?
Whoops!
Well, thank you for your timely intervention. I am out of my element.
Surely you didn't realize that just now.
I had to come here to get the type of person I need. Someone of bloody skill, but also integrity. Perhaps the kind who might leap to someone's defense. I have a charge who needs passage from the city. If you are willing and capable, meet me at my safe house nearby.
Have we met?
I just saved you in an alley and suddenly we're in business.
You're in Lowtown. What grand scheme could I be interrupting? Varnell!
Not so helpless, I see.
I hope you will come. This matter only grows more urgent with time.
Oh. I see. I thought I screwed up. And the game was gonna be like, well, she's dead, there goes that opportunity. Alright. So what I'm going to do...
Nice to see you too.
I thank you for coming. This matter is delicate, and I need someone of limited notoriety who will not link this to me. It is an escort, but I think you will agree the nature of the party makes this unique.
Get to the point.
Time is wasting. Who is going where?
My name is Sister Petrice. I have assumed a burden of charity. This is my charge.
Shiva Dam.
Would even a Templar bind a mage like this? A survivor of infighting with their Tal-Vashoth outcasts. I call him Ketojan, a bridge between worlds. The Viscount and others feel that peace begins with appeasement. This mage would likely be returned to his brutal kin. He can serve a better purpose. I want him free. He must be guided from the city without alerting his people, or being seen in my care.
I could appeal to the Arashok.
I've had dealings with the Qunari leader. He'd want to know of this.
You have dealt with their leader. If you have interacted with Qunari, you know how they treat those who leave their heathen order. The Arashok would doom this poor creature. But knowing them is useful. If they challenged you, attacking an ally would only confirm their barbarism. You are still right for the task.
You never asked my name.
You're not interested in who you might be hiring?
If you were important enough to know, I would need someone else. But if you insist, what is your family name?
My name is Hawk.
Strong. Very Ferelden. The Qunari have hardly pressured the southern nations. You have not seen as many converts or those who refused. If this action, if any action, can lessen their influence, it must be done.
How did you get him?
You don't just stumble on someone like this.
For all their blasphemous certainty, the Qunari do have deserters. Those who seek freedom are hunted mercilessly.
Tal-Vashoth, they seem to accept the role.
Even their rebels conform. Savonel observed one of their bloody exchanges. This poor mage was the only survivor.
You sure he's Tal-Vashoth?
And you think this mage was being hunted?
I'm certain no thinking creature would willingly submit to this. If he was not running before, he has seized the opportunity now.
Why protect him in secret?
If you're so intent on this, why not use Chantry resources?
My order will soon realize the Qunari presence is more than a test of faith. It is an open challenge. But for now, I must act on my own. Helping this mage shows how Qunari heresy cannot be ignored. His flight is vital.
Where will he go like this?
Is freedom so helpful? A new life with that collar seems doubtful.
And yet it is more than he has. My reach is limited. His struggle is his own.
It just seems like releasing a bird, cage and all.
We do what we can to step toward what is right. That must be enough.
Is he safe? Can he fight?
Will he help? If I trust him at all?
I don't know his capabilities, or if he can function at all in that collar, but I think he knows we are his only way out.
You think?
He's followed every direction and made no aggressive moves, even when taunted. Were I in his place, I could have fled. Qunari or not, I can only assume he wants to be led to freedom.
But you don't know for sure.
And if you're wrong, I have to deal with it.
That is why I went to Lowtown. You are either capable of the discretion and skill that I need, or you are not.
I'll get him out.
I can get him out of Kirkwall. He's a bit conspicuous for the streets, though.
Why would they do this to him?
That is obviously not an option. You must avoid incident with the guards. I cannot be linked to this. This mage will be a fine example of how cruel Qunari are, even to their own. But only if this plays out just so. The passage here leads to the warrens of the Undercity. It is dangerous, but that is why you are hired. Good luck.
Varric rivalry +5? Varric rivalry? Varric rivalry? Oh. I didn't want rivalry with Varric.
Tromping the deep dark with a horn skull mage. Another colloquials to that effect.
You think it's over?
Watch your step. That should do it. Trap. All set.
Come on, buddy.
I don't like the looks of this. That's a lot of blood. Watch your step.
Why
Done.
is this trapped so much? Jeez,
He's not very helpful, is he?
Meryl.
Look at this. Undercity's feared by all, but there's no shortage of fools with coin who want to test it.
Really?
What is this thing? Collared like a dog lord's bitch. You some sort of Qunari lover? Maybe I should get rid of you and see who will pay the most for your pet.
I don't think it likes you threatening its master. Maybe we let this one pass.
Listen to the smart one.
A voice of reason. What's he doing with you?
You lot think you're so damn right. Buying everything, running free marches like me into our own sewers. You want us bound, like this thing? I'd see you dead first. By the void! Kill it! Kill them all!
There! I love it when a plan works out.
Blood on my coat.
I'll deal with this!
How many have you gotten?
They get the idea, Qunari, Ketojan, whatever. Calm yourself!
What triggered that outburst?
Did you react because your lead was threatened?
I know that kind of blind instinct. It is hard to judge how much control he has.
Still can't say anything.
You can't gesture or stomp your feet twice for yes or something.
Why does that woman think he wants to leave? He's just... sort of a great lump.
What made you obey now?
You did what I said. Did I hit the right phrase or something?
He may not know himself.
Time to move on.
I'm getting you out of here before you help again. Still clear as a bell. Great.
Right. This way. Ay, ay, ay. They cut off his horns.
You will hold Basravashidan. I am Arvarad, and I claim possession of Cerebos at your heel. The members of his Keraton were killed by Tal-Vashoth, but their disposal leads only here, to Cerebos and you.
Great, more of them.
How did I know this job would end in more Qunari?
You speak as if ignorance is your natural condition. The bodies of his slain Keraton could lead only here. I do not know how you come to hold his leash, but you have no claim in the Qun. He will be returned and this crime cleansed.
And if he doesn't want to go back?
Cerebos, show that your will remains bound to the Qun. He has only followed you because he wants to be led. He has allowed no other purpose.
Is Cerebos a name or a title?
The sister called him Ketojan. You are Cerebos?
Cerebos is his role and his name, as you understand it. It is the accusation and acknowledgement of being a mage.
And you are Arvarad?
My role is to hold the leash and hunt the Grey Ones who leave the Qun. Or Baz who have not yet been enlightened.
Don't you care who set this up?
You don't care that someone abused your dead to get you here?
No doubt they were cast from your shoulders as you or your partner thieves grew weak. It is a crime whose victims are beyond caring. It will be dealt with, but the greater threat is clear. It is my role to secure Cerebos. It is the role of another to purge the perversions of your kind.
Why do you call her your mages?
He is bound and abused, and you want him caged. Why?
The power that he has, that all Cerebos have, draws from chaos and demons. They can never be in control.
So you fear them?
Just like everyone.
We leash Cerebos because they are dangerous and contagious. Not even your Templars fully grasp that threat.
Are you afraid of Merrill?
I find it hard to believe that Merrill could be so threatening.
Thank you, Hawk. There's no need for such fear.
You are Cerebos? Boss Cerebos? Vashidan! Nera Setar Karasam! You spewed your words at me like a demon trying to poison my control. Like this mage, the Qun requires your death.
But we're no threat to each other.
Boss Cerebos, you will be no threat to anyone.
Let's finish this! I'll deal with this!
Live another day.
That's enough! That's enough! Got you!
Can you stand?
I am unbound, odd, wrong. But you deserve honor.
Oh.
You are now Basvaran, worthy of following. I thank your intent, even if it was wrong. I know the will of Arvarad. I must return as demanded. It is the wisdom of the Qun.
You're accepting death.
So after all of this, now you want to die?
I do not want to die. I want to live by the Qun.
Which means dying.
Yes. Is that hard to grasp?
What if I hadn't killed Avarad?
Could you have returned if I'd let these others live?
No.
You were doomed from the start.
I was outside my Keratam. I may be corrupted. I cannot know. How I return is my choice. It must be. But that does not mean there is no meaning.
What if Avarad was wrong?
Arvarad couldn't kill me. Perhaps he was wrong about your death, too.
Losing to you does not make him wrong. He spoke the Qun. I have chosen. It is bred in the bone.
Existing is not a choice.
It is the only choice. As it Tal-Eb. It is to be.
Go to the sister.
Petrice might take you back, if death is the only other option.
The sister was not honest.
What do you mean?
I cannot say what she wanted, but it was certainty, not of the Qun. And her guard smelled of death.
Then join the Tal-Vashoth.
Others of your kind live outside the Qun. You could join them.
They are not my kind. I am Qunari. They are not.
They have chosen to be free.
Free? They have refused what they are. I can't choose to not be.
Do what you want.
My job ended when we exited the city. The rest is up to you.
You know of certainty and borders. You are closer to the Qunari than you admit. Your role would change little if you accepted the Qun. Take this secret thing, Basvaran. Remember this day.
That was not right. It wasn't, was it?
She may not have known about this, but clearly Petrice set a trail right to us.
If she set them on us, I would know why.
Talisman of Cerebos. Ooh. Hey, Meryl. Oh. Right. You have your own. Alright. Before we leave the area, let's just give it another look-see. Alright. Let's go. Act of Mercy, I think I need to bring Anders for, and not Fenris. Hey, Petrice.
Leave nothing. It must be clean, with no ties. Hawk. It was Hawk, right? From the streets. You took the Qunari from the city? Without incident?
I think the incident was rather your idea.
Mind your tongue, dwarf.
Fuck off.
Please. Do speak your mind.
Don't play games.
Don't string me along. You know that I know.
Whether you believe it or not, I wished you no harm. That might have been useful for someone, but still regrettable. A massacre of citizens protecting a slave might have forced the Chantry to doubt appeasement, to see the Qunari for the monsters they are. Perhaps finding the mage was a rushed opportunity. If such a plot existed, I see how it might be disagreeable to you.
The mage is dead. Do you care?
Your Ketojan killed himself rather than be free.
I assumed he wanted to escape, just as I would. My pity is genuine, but they are not like us.
You dodge and deny even now.
If, perhaps. Why dance around this lie? I'm standing right here.
If a member of the Chantry admitted instigation, I have no doubt it would result in more appeasement. But an accusation from a low-town thug? You are hardly that important. That's not an insult. It's why I chose you. Rest assured, excuses, real or imagined, are not for your benefit.
We could have been allies. No. You've made an enemy.
I won't forget this, sister.
Take your coin. Disappear back into Lowtown. Rest assured, I will not make the mistake of looking for help outside the faithful again. The stakes, eternity, are just too high.
Really?
She'll be trouble.
Ugh. Disgusting woman. And this is why I don't trust the Chantry. They do shit like this. Anyway. I'm going to pop into the Hanged Man. And it's about that time, so I'm going to cut it off here. And next time, I'm gonna swap out some party members, and we will talk to the suspicious lady. But, until then, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time.
What? You think I'm made of coin?
Bye-bye.